Should James Harden start at point guard for OKC right now?
Right now. I'm a big yes to that. I know it would be a whole new direction and a shocking sea change for the Oklahoma City Thunder this deep into the playoffs. It's the only way I would give Oklahoma City a chance against my San Antonio Spurs. This team is different with James Harden running the point. He's slicker and smarter with the ball than Westbrook ever thought about being. This team is much better with Westbrook on a wing and Harden running the point, getting into the lane. He has better slither in the lane than Westbrook has. He makes people better than Westbrook can make them. He would make Kevin Durant better because he gets him better shots. He would get Russell Westbrook better shots. He makes it go. People say, yeah, but then who comes off the bench? I don't care. He's too good. He should start and finish at point guard.
But that's why you struggle that's why you struggle with me, because if you look at James Harden, what I'm trying to say to you is you're not saying anything wrong about his skill set nor his impact. The point is, what do? You're like, I don't care about the bench. You better care. I mean, what if he sits there and goes in the game and picks up 2 quick fouls? What then? You know how you start off a game? You start off with adrenaline. You don't rob and deplete the power coming off your bench because you want to get off to a fast start, especially against the San Antonios of the world. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying about James Harden's skill sets nor his impact. But I'm saying to you is you're not taking into account the fact that starting him may very well take away from the very things you're saying he brings to the table. Because if you come out on it, you're riding off adrenaline, being in that starting lineup, trying to get things going or whatever. They will be in attack mode just like you're in attack mode. So what happens is that they may attack you. On the defensive end of the floor, you've got to go up against starting guards who are incredibly experienced at setting the pace for a game. Let's attack him immediately. This is the key link. Let's get to him, etc. And then what you got? Derek Fisher? Nick Collison?
Okay, so
I mean, what
got
are you
a question
talking
for
about?
you.
I'm just saying.
So you're telling me you'd rather not jump out to a big lead, you'd rather wait and be down mid-fourth quarter and hope that James Harden
I'm not saying that.
you.
I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is you can pick your spots during a game to do exactly what you suggested without putting him into the starting lineup. You don't disrupt the chemistry coming out the door. Why? For what? Especially when you're going up against the big
Team's
boys.
better.
Again, especially when you're going up against the big boys. Excuse me, what would be wrong, for example, if James Harden came off the bench? Okay, and from the second quarter on, he was playing the point. Or like he was playing in the second half against Dallas. All I'm trying to say to you is there are ways you got to think about preservation, preserving this dude so he can do what he does. You put him in the game. Carmelo Anthony, for example, we know that he's not that kind of a player. We know he's a scoring machine. But we talked about his energy. We talked about fatigue. We talked about a lot of these different things. Who's to say that can't apply to James Harden? Now, if you've got Eric Main out there, this is not a discussion. If you had confidence that Derek Fisher could come out and give you a solid 25 to 30 minutes as a point guard, we're not having this discussion.
Derek Fisher played pretty well.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. And I think he'll continue. I think he's going to be a key in that Lakers series because he knows what they're going to do. Obviously, agree. I'm just saying to you that there's no reason to disrupt what you have.
Time out. After games 1 and 2 at Oklahoma City, what did you tell me about your Thunder that you picked to win the West?
I told you.
You picked them also,
Yeah,
right?
I did, yep.
You told me you weren't impressed.
I told you I was not impressed.
Your concern level was high.
Yes.
Okay, going into
But it dissipated a little bit once I saw them finish out Dallas and Dallas.
Okay, game 3, they were spectacular.
Yes.
Game 4, Dallas was spectacular. And it was a big lead going to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but you're fighting for your life. You're desperate. Everything goes your way. You're on your home court. You're desperate. You're the reigning defending world champions. You're about to get swept. You're going to fight, scratch, and claw. Everything. It usually happens that way. You know that.
Who's the better point guard? James Harden, Russell Westbrook?
Better point guard?
Yeah.
I'm still going to say it's Westbrook.
Oh, please.
I'm still going to say it's
I mean, it's not even close.
Oh, no. You can sit there and say what
Who's
you want to say.
Who's the better passer between those two?
You can sit there and say Harden. I understand that. But I look at Westbrook differently than you do. I look at Westbrook having a dual role and thus having...
A dual role? He has a solo role.
He is a point guard and a shooting guard. That's what he does.
Well, but Skip,
every game he has like 3 or 4 assists by accident.
The only question I guess I would ask is, last year they got to the Western Conference Finals playing the way that they've played with this lineup. Why change it now when you're coming off a 4-game sweep of the defending champs? Why make that?
Because, thank you for asking me that. Because Manu Ginobili is 100% healthy. That's why. Thank you very much. The Spurs are 100% healthy and much deeper than they were a year ago. The last 2 times Oklahoma City went up against San Antonio, Oklahoma City took it on the chin. In San Antonio, badly on the chin. In Oklahoma City, it was pretty decisively San Antonio. I say they're cruising for another bruising right here.
Skip, according to your logic, it would be best if Greg Popovich inserted Manu Ginobili into the starting lineup.
Nope.
I'm not saying that literally.
Tony Parker's turned into a pass-first point
I'm not
guard.
saying that literally. I'm just talking about in terms of his contributions, what he's capable of delivering. What I'm trying to say is there's something to be said for keeping your bench potent. And when you know that eventually, you got to remember, you don't just bring a guy in off the bench to bring him off the bench. Timing is everything. You see a guy, you see him, he's in foul trouble, okay, or he's picked up a foul or 2, but at the same time, you know if you bring James Harden into the game, that's going to wreak havoc on this particular individual because he can't check James Harden. These are the kind of things you manipulate as you scan the game itself.
Great. I love it that you think that. And I love it that you think that. Because I picked the Spurs. I love the Thunder because I am from Oklahoma City.
Doesn't count.
And I still root for the Thunder. And you know what? I'm giving the Thunder, I'm giving you the blueprint to beat San Antonio, my team. But if you don't want it, that's great by me because I'm sticking with the Spurs.
So you're the second coming of John Wooden.
Yeah.
You're Skip Wooden.
Right.
You're Skip Wooden. You must be crazy.